Friday on Home and Family, we're kicking off Christmas in July. And actor Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters joins us. That's Friday, right here on Home and Family.
You know, starting your own business is something I've just can't do it. It's so intimidating. It can be complicated and challenging. We're here to help with some advice and make sure your business is on track and gets off on the right foot. Is CPA Josh Bowerly. Welcome, Josh.
Thank you.
Also sitting in on this conversation with us are Home and Family entrepreneurs, our former assistant, Gabby Slater, who's left us to go on to bigger and better things with her own company as well. Kim Douglas is sitting in as well. Lola's here. We got Sophie and Orly. All of you have good questions. And Josh, you've worked with these guys the past couple of weeks, right?
Correct.
And answering questions and the onslaught of what do I do next?
Exactly. Yep.
Let's start. I want to start with Gabby.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gabby, you came into this going, okay, I want to start this. Your questions really were more towards business structure?
Right. So my business is the Wanderlust Trading Post, and we deal in home decor. And obviously, when you're starting a business, there are so many questions about how do you get started. And when I spoke to Josh, my main question was, what sort of business entity should I be? And I had thought that I needed to be an LLC, which is pretty much kind of the standard that you hear about when you start a business. And what I learned was that I actually could be a general partnership, which is less complicated and less expensive. So that was a great piece of information.
So what's the difference? Because there's LLC, there's S Corp, and there's the general partnership.
Yep.
What is the difference between each of those? Because
Right.
it can get complicated.
It can, absolutely. So when we talk about business entity, all we're saying is your legal structure that you operate out of. Okay, and for most small business owners, we're talking about three different choices. The sole proprietor or general partnership, and the only difference there is a sole proprietor is one owner, general partnership's multiple owners. Okay. The next level up is the LLC, or limited liability company, and the third level is the S corporation. All right, and this is so important because this affects both your legal and your tax liability. Okay, so the question becomes, which one's right for me?
Right.
And I highly recommend everyone get specific advice to their business, but here's a general guideline. If you have a new business, you're making less than $30,000 per year in net income, and you don't have any concern about legal liability, a sole proprietor or general partnership's right for you.
Okay.
So like in Gabrielle's case, she's just getting started, the money's not coming in yet, she doesn't have the concern about the legal liability, so a general partnership works out great.
Right.
Okay?
The money's not coming in yet.
Yeah, obviously, yes. Yep. But that next level up, okay, let's say that she's not bringing in money yet, but she's doing something that has a little bit more legal risk. Maybe she has some concern there. That's where you think about the LLC. Okay? Because the LLC is going to sort of act like a wall between you and your business. Okay? So if you're worried that someone's going to sue the business, what they can come after you personally for is limited.
Interesting.
Yep.
And then S Corp?
So the S Corp, it works like the LLC. It offers that wall of protection, but it also offers some tax advantages. And where we say that makes sense is usually about $30,000 per year net income. And the reason we put that level on there is there are some costs involved. There's a little bit of a headache in getting it set up. But if you're at that $30,000 level, the tax savings is going to be more than enough to make up for those costs.
Okay. All right, Kim, your question really towards Josh was whether I should even start a business or not.
Right.
Because of your schedule.
Right. So the thing that Josh helped me with was many times in business, if you have a product, let's say, the thing that's the hardest to come by is good press or good PR or getting your product, whatever it may be, out to the multitudes. Well, I'm on this show 4 or 5 days a week. I do the Ellen DeGeneres show. So I have a really wonderful platform where I can get information out. The thing is, I just don't have the time to go to a manufacturing company and start my own line of skincare or makeup, which Sophie and I have talked about. Sophie and I look at women like Suzanne Summers or Kristen Brinkley.
Well, that's a full-time job.
It is, and they have all of these different products, but how do you find them? How do you get them? How do you make the formula? How do you bottle?
So what's the advice there, Josh? Like, when does somebody know?
Right. So what I love about Kim's situation is she has what I consider the highest form of currency in business. She has an audience, okay? Once you have that audience, your potential to make revenue off that audience is endless. Okay, so she can look at it and she can say, okay, I'm going to put my whole life on hold. I'm going to go off TV. I'm going to search the world for these manufacturing plants. And, right.
I hope Woody's not listening.
Exactly. He's got that kind of time.
Right. Maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. Or she can say, look, I have this audience in place. I'm going to go find someone who maybe has a great line but doesn't have this audience, and I'm going to say, hey, you have the product, I have the audience, let's get together here, maybe split the profits 50-50, and it takes out all the risk.
That's such great advice.
Right. Such good advice. Thank you, Josh.
All right. Now, Lola, you are starting a smoothie, is it?
Yeah, smoothie and juice bar in Melbourne, Australia. It's called Happy Place Lullaberry, opened 2 weeks ago. And I do heaps of Instagram, Snapchat. I'm all over social media. I love it to bits. And I noticed on the hour that we opened, I did one Instagram post and it was jam-packed, like people sprawling out, lining up around the corner just to get in. And so I just wanted to know what your view was on the power of social media.
Absolutely. And this comes right back to Kim's point of building that audience. Okay? And that social media is a perfect way to build that audience. Because once you have that audience and they know you, they like you, they trust you, now you can sell to them. Okay? So you have that in place. You can say, hey, I have this product, whatever, and they're going to come to you and they're going to buy it.
Well, I know Sophie has a huge social media following. You have such great ideas.
Good author.
Here's the thing with Sophie. You have so much income coming in, you don't know what's coming in, what's going.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I have, we've discussed this, thankfully, Josh, and I have so many different things going on in my business. And one of the things that I really want to concentrate on is creating content. I create a lot of content for a number of different outlets, and also really engaging with my audience. I like to really communicate with them. What I don't have time doing is dealing with all the finances. So that's what I came to you with.
Right. And Sophie and I spent a lot of time together.
5 hours.
No wonder we couldn't reach you.
Right.
Your line was always busy.
What was the turnkey for her?
Okay, so bookkeeping is by far the biggest mistake we see entrepreneurs making. And it's so important to your business, okay? And what it's going to do is almost act like the scoreboard for your business. So Sophie has all these forms of revenue coming in. She has affiliate payments. She has endorsements. She has a YouTube channel. But without her bookkeeping, she has no idea how to figure out what's bringing in where she's maybe losing money. So her question was kind of, how do I know where to focus my attention? Well, by putting this bookkeeping system in place, she can see exactly where the money's coming in, where it's going out, and adjust accordingly.
And it was a brilliant bookkeeping.
Final takeaway for the audience.
Bookkeeping is vital to your business. Perfect.
Good.
We have a million more questions.
Right.
More advice on how you can start your own business. You can visit Josh's website, CPA on Fire. That's not literal, is it?
No.
Sure. CPAonfire.com. All right, we're going to come back. Paige!
That's right. Come on back. I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful personalized hangers right after the break.